For millennia, the tools of warfare evolved slowly, with each era bringing only slight improvements over the last. From the bronze swords of antiquity to the steel-forged blades of the Middle Ages, the pace of change was gradual. Weapons were crafted by hand, each one a unique piece of art and engineering. Battles were primarily fought in close quarters, with victory often going to the side with greater numbers or superior strength. The clash of swords and the roar of battle were the sounds of war for centuries. The invention of gunpowder and the subsequent development of firearms marked a turning point in military history. Cannons and muskets began to dominate the battlefield, changing the dynamics of combat forever. No longer were physical might and proximity the sole determinants of victory. Strategy and technology started to play a more significant role. The ability to project power at a distance fundamentally altered the nature of warfare. Armies could now engage the enemy from afar, reducing the importance of hand-to-hand combat. This shift from muscle to machinery accelerated dramatically with the dawn of the Industrial Revolution. The steam engine and mechanized production changed not just industry, but also the art of war. The 19th century witnessed an unprecedented wave of technological innovation that would irrevocably transform the face of war. New weapons and tactics emerged, reshaping military strategies. The mass production of weapons, coupled with advancements in metallurgy and chemistry, led to the creation of deadlier and more efficient killing machines. Factories churned out rifles, cannons, and even early chemical weapons. The impact on the battlefield was profound. Armies were now equipped with standardized, mass-produced weapons, making warfare more deadly and far-reaching than ever before. The Industrial Revolution's impact on firearms was profound. Mass production techniques allowed for the creation of vast quantities of standardized weapons. This greatly enhanced the firepower of armies and navies. The 19th century saw the development of the percussion cap and the breech-loading rifle. These innovations significantly increased the rate of fire and reliability of firearms. Battles became more destructive as a result. One of the most significant advancements in firearms technology during this period was the invention of the machine gun. This fearsome weapon could unleash a torrent of bullets, inflicting massive casualties. The increased lethality of firearms, coupled with the development of new tactics, led to a dramatic shift in warfare. Gone were the days of massed infantry charges. Trenches and defensive fortifications became the norm. World War I, often referred to as the Great War, marked a grim turning point in military history. It was a conflict that saw the old world clash with the new, where traditional strategies met modern technology on the battlefield. It witnessed the horrific convergence of industrialized warfare and outdated tactics. Soldiers, trained in 19th century combat methods, faced the brutal efficiency of 20th century weaponry. The result was an unprecedented level of carnage. The scale of death and destruction was unlike anything the world had seen before, leaving deep scars on the landscape and the collective memory of nations. The conflict saw the introduction of new technologies that would define 20th century warfare. These innovations changed the nature of combat forever. Tanks, airplanes, and submarines all made their debut on the battlefields of Europe. Each brought a new dimension to the war, challenging existing military doctrines. Each weapon system brought its own unique horrors. The battlefield became a testing ground for these deadly innovations. Tanks, slow and cumbersome at first, gradually evolved into powerful instruments of offensive warfare. They could cross trenches and barbed wire, changing the dynamics of ground combat. Airplanes, initially used for reconnaissance, soon became weapons of war, armed with bombs and machine guns. They brought the fight to the skies, adding a new layer of complexity to the conflict. The submarine, lurking beneath the waves, proved to be a deadly menace to warships and merchant vessels alike. Its stealth and power made it a formidable tool of naval warfare. The introduction of these new technologies resulted in a bloody stalemate on the Western Front. Despite the advancements, neither side could gain a decisive advantage, leading to prolonged and devastating trench warfare. World War II witnessed an even more terrifying escalation in the scale and destructiveness of warfare. The conflict, spanning multiple continents and involving numerous nations, pushed the boundaries of human ingenuity and technological prowess to unprecedented levels. The conflict spurred unprecedented technological advancements, culminating in the development of the atomic bomb. This monumental project, known as the Manhattan Project, brought together some of the greatest scientific minds of the time to create a weapon of unimaginable power. The war saw the refinement of tanks and airplanes, transforming them into highly effective weapons. These machines of war became more sophisticated, faster, and deadlier, playing crucial roles in both offensive and defensive operations. The German Blitzkrieg, utilizing coordinated air and ground assaults, showcased the devastating potential of mechanized warfare. This strategy relied on speed, surprise, and the seamless integration of different military branches to overwhelm the enemy. Advances in radar and sonar technology revolutionized naval warfare. These innovations allowed for better detection of enemy ships and submarines, significantly altering naval strategies and outcomes. The battle for the Atlantic, fought between German U-boats and Allied convoys, was a testament to the deadly cat-and-mouse game played beneath the waves. The use of sonar technology was crucial in detecting and countering the U-boat threat. However, the most significant and terrifying development of World War II was undoubtedly the creation of the atomic bomb. This weapon not only demonstrated the destructive potential of nuclear energy, but also marked the beginning of a new era in warfare. Its use against Hiroshima and Nagasaki ushered in the atomic age, forever altering the nature of warfare. The sheer devastation caused by these bombings highlighted the catastrophic consequences of nuclear conflict, shaping global politics and military strategies for decades to come. The Cold War, a period of intense geopolitical rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, witnessed a terrifying arms race. Both superpowers poured vast resources into developing increasingly sophisticated weapons systems. The development of intercontinental ballistic missiles, or ICBMs, capable of delivering nuclear warheads across vast distances, created a chilling new reality: mutually assured destruction. The threat of nuclear annihilation hung over the world. Alongside nuclear weapons, the Cold War also saw significant advancements in conventional weaponry. Jet fighters, attack helicopters, and guided missiles became staples of modern militaries. Another key development during this period was the emergence of stealth technology. This revolutionary innovation focused on reducing the radar signature of aircraft and ships, making them more difficult to detect and target. The 21st century has witnessed a rapid evolution in the nature of warfare, characterized by the increasing integration of digital technologies. Drones, artificial intelligence, and hypersonic weapons are just a few examples of the transformative technologies shaping modern battlefields. Unmanned aerial vehicles, or drones, have become ubiquitous in modern warfare. These remotely piloted aircraft can perform a wide range of missions, from reconnaissance and surveillance to targeted strikes. Artificial intelligence is also playing an increasingly prominent role in warfare. AI-powered systems can analyze vast amounts of data, identify targets, and even autonomously control weapons systems. Hypersonic weapons, capable of traveling at speeds greater than Mach 5, represent another significant development. These missiles and aircraft are extremely difficult to intercept, posing a significant challenge to existing air defense systems. The rapid evolution of military technology has raised profound ethical questions. The increasing use of autonomous weapon systems, for example, has sparked intense debate about the role of human judgment in warfare. The potential for AI to make life or death decisions without human intervention raises concerns about accountability and the potential for unintended consequences. The development and deployment of lethal autonomous weapons systems remain highly controversial. Another ethical dilemma arises from the increasing use of cyber warfare. The ability to disrupt critical infrastructure, manipulate information, and sow discord through digital means blurs the lines between war and peace. The ethical implications of new military technologies require careful consideration. International agreements and ethical frameworks are essential to ensure that these powerful tools are used responsibly and in accordance with international law. Predicting the future of warfare is a complex endeavor. However, several trends suggest that future conflicts will be characterized by a continued blurring of lines between the physical and digital realms. Cyber warfare is likely to play an increasingly prominent role in future conflicts. Nation-states and non-state actors alike could leverage cyber attacks to disrupt critical infrastructure, manipulate information, and sow discord. The increasing sophistication of AI and autonomous systems will continue to raise ethical and strategic questions. The potential for AI to shape the battlefield and influence the outcome of conflicts is immense. The development of new technologies such as directed energy weapons and hypersonic missiles could further transform warfare. These advancements could lead to faster, more precise, and potentially less predictable conflicts. From the bronze swords of antiquity to the hypersonic missiles of today, the evolution of weaponry has been a defining characteristic of human history. Each technological leap has brought with it new horrors and new ethical dilemmas. The 21st century presents a complex and rapidly evolving security environment. The rise of non-state actors, the proliferation of advanced technologies, and the blurring of lines between the physical and digital realms pose significant challenges to traditional notions of warfare. As we navigate this uncertain future, it is imperative that we approach the development and deployment of new military technologies with caution and foresight. The stakes have never been higher. The future of warfare, and indeed the future of humanity, may depend on it.